Yep, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. And today is Ramzan, so happy Ramzan, everyone. Today we'll be discussing on the topics related to Einstein for Marketing Cloud. Let's begin with who am I? I am Aishwarya, working as domain strategist, involved in successfully implementing marketing solution. Apart from SFMC experience, I have good knowledge on Sales Cloud and Pardot. I have also played a major role in designing and configuring different features in SFMC to build effective marketing solutions. And I have a Trailhead Super Badge, Trailhead Ranger, and 2 times Salesforce certified developer. So here are my social handles through which you can connect with me. So let's hop on to today's topic. This is the agenda we'll be covering in this session. I have planned to run this session starting with the basics of AI, artificial intelligence in general, and then basics of Salesforce Einstein, and then gradually move towards Einstein in Marketing Cloud. So first is introduction to AI. So like usually I begin with definition. So same here as well. So the standard definition for artificial intelligence or AI is something like leverages computers and machines to mimic the problem solving and decision making capabilities of human mind. And nowadays we all are, most of us are familiar with artificial intelligence, and in every part of the business, here or there, maybe for one or the other reasons, everyone will depend on artificial intelligence. So what it is and how it is useful in Salesforce, all those things will be covered in today's topic. And as this definition says, it is helpful in problem solving and decision making. And it is just like an robo, but it is not the robo, but on an application level, it would just mimic the problem, mimic the human mind. It is just like a duplicate of our brains. So if some problem is going, how a human brain would respond to it, how we solve a problem. Similarly, artificial intelligence plays a similar role, wherein which helps in problem solving and also decision making. And so this is like a brief definition of artificial intelligence. So when we are understanding any topic, we also need to understand what are all the different types of elements or key elements that are part of that particular topic. Similarly, here we have some of the components or key elements that is part of artificial intelligence. So to build something amazing, we need to start with some simple things. So those simple things are part of any good implementation or any good product. So similarly here as well for AI platform, we do have these 4 components, 4 main components, like assign no predictions, numeric predictions, classifications, and recommendations. Combination of these elements in different combination would produce different results. So the first element here is assign no predictions. So this will answer a question. It will be just like a Boolean value, like it will answer, the answer would be either yes or no. So for example, if you want to understand whether your customers will open your email or whether a prospect will get converted into a customer, to answer all these questions, these are nothing but assign no predictions. So AI will help us to answer by scanning historical data that has been stored in the system. So it generally comes in the form of probability. So it is not actually actual number that we would get, but it is just a probability. There are chances of opening an email, or that chances or the score what we get or may or may not be true. Say, for example, Einstein predicts that there is some 60% chances of opening a particular type of email, but this may become true or may not be. So, but sometimes probabilities are converted into scores as well. So scores are just a different representation of this yes or no term. So they can be represented as numbers on a numeric scale. So this scores can be represented like a number as well, like from some certain range, like 0 to 100, 0 to 10, like that. We have some certain specific ranges for different features and different criterias. There will be some different set of numeric scale available. And then a common use case which you can think of is like a survey email. When you're sending out a survey email, you would like to capture feedback from your customer with some star rating. And in our daily day-to-day life itself, you might have come across wherein something is delivered to you, they would ask for your review and feedback, wherein you'll be giving your rating for that service, or you will be also providing some feedback based on the service you received. Similarly, these things, this rating and all will be predicted in prior as well in the form of numbers. Say, those are all like based on the historic data, what is available in the system. So next is the numeric predictions. Numeric predictions is also in a similar way, like the answer what is given for a question will be in the numeric will be a numeric value. Say, for example, if you have raised a customer support request, and in that time the customer service team would analyze like how many days they would take to solve your issue. And if it is related to some revenue, then how much revenue will a new customer or a new subscriber will bring into the brand. All these things are something that would generate a numeric value. So these are numeric predictions. And classifications are like, it is a bit interesting. It involves it involves deep learning capabilities. Like a deep learning means it is a type of machine learning and artificial intelligence that imitates the way human gains certain types of knowledge. So deep learning is an important element of data science, which includes statistics and predictive modeling. So it is extremely beneficial to data scientists who are tasked with collecting, analyzing, and interpreting large amount of data, and deep learning make this process faster and easier. So here in artificial intelligence, this deep learning plays a major role to work on unstructured data. So unstructured data means like which cannot be added within rows and columns, like an Excel or a spreadsheet. You cannot add that into those rows and columns. Like example, images, videos, audios, these things cannot be included within Excel or spreadsheets. So that is unstructured data. So this deep learning helps us to resolve or process that unstructured data. And the common use case here is, you might have come across this when you're like giving some credentials, when you're logging into some platform, you would enter something like if it would check whether you are a robo or not, like a CAPTCHA recognition that would like as a result, it would confirm that you are not a robot and you are a human, wherein you will also see some testing features, like which would check whether you are a human or not, wherein it would give you some images, some random images, which you need to select. Say, for example, how many traffic lights are in this picture, or how many motorcycles are there in this picture. Like that, you might have seen some of the images popping up. So these are the examples of this deep learning in artificial intelligence. Because with the help of deep learning itself, the image, the machine can process that image, and it can consider, yeah, there is an image, there is a traffic light in that particular image. Yes, the person has chosen a right block. So yes, this person is not an robot. So that is how that particular process would work. And when we come to something like online marketing, there as well, when you are purchasing something like a t-shirt or some of the products, even then you would get some like some of the products will be again and again popping up, even though you have purchased it last time. Again, after a few days, when you are scrolling again in the online platform, you would get some similar kind of products popping up. So even that is also part of the artificial intelligence. And next comes the same topic, what I just told, like the recommendation. This recommendation you might have come across in many situations, wherein, say, for example, in Amazon, when you say if you have purchased a mobile phone in Amazon, immediately tool would suggest you to buy some mobile accessories, and it would give you some suggestions like some other mobile from a different brand. All those things will be provided to you. So these things are because of these recommendations. And not only for a product, if in case for employers might use recommendations with their HR recruiting system to recommend the job postings for job candidates. And you might have come across similar situations, say, for example, in Naukri, if you have added some your based on your profile, you might have get some you will get some sorry, you will get some recommendations like these jobs are like matches your profile, and based on that you can also apply for jobs. Those are some of the like applications of applications of artificial intelligence. So now that is like a basic introduction of artificial intelligence. Now, how to start working on artificial intelligence? So, like, as we all know, artificial intelligence is a very robust one, and we need to break it into smaller steps to understand what it is and how to start learning it or start to work on it. The major steps would be to decide what to predict, get historical data, and turn predictions to actions. So these are all the three steps. Wherever you make use of AI, these three steps are the main things that will be considered. So you will be deciding based on some measurable factor. Based on some measurable terms, you will be deciding whether you want to predict a customer data, whether they'll be opening your email or not, whether a person will convert into a lead generation or something like that. Then in that case, that will be like a measurable factor. So in that case, you are considering open rate. Say, for example, when you're considering opening an email, then open rate would be your measurable factor. Keeping that in mind, you will begin your AI. Next, for open rate, how you can fetch those historical data? Say, like usually when you're building something out of artificial intelligence, it actually the main basic need here is data. So open data is required to capture those open rates. So like minimal would be like some 30 days of engagement would be like a minimal value, based on which the open data can be open rates can be calculated, and open data can be kept like stored already stored data. So based on that, open rate can be generated. And once this is in place, then we need to turn that predictions into action. So this is just a prediction. This is not the actual thing that would happen. It's just a prediction. It might happen or it might not happen. Say, based on the previous historic data, the AI might have generated you some value. Like if you send a particular email, your open rate would be some 5%. But it might happen, like it may be near to 5%, but it is like based on the user behavior, again, it would change. So that is turn prediction to action. And in turn prediction to action, the custom companies or customers will not only use this numbers for some particular reasons, they'll use it for many different users. Say, for example, they want to send some special offers or special promotion to customers who doesn't engage that much, like a non-engaging list of customers. At that time, they wanted to make them engage. Uh, so this type of predictional data would help them to understand who those customers are and how to improve their business. All this will be helpful. Next comes like what is the different perspective of business this AI is part of, and how different parts of business can use AI to improve their business outcomes. I have taken some few examples that is related to Salesforce, but in general, like in the real world, you can also think of any other types of business also included, but I think most of them are included in this four perspective itself. So marketing, like I've given so many examples so far. So the again, same thing. It is just like a opening of email, clicking of email, whether they will unsubscribe, all these things. To answer all these things, this AI will help us. And sales productivity, say if there is an account executive who want to who is spending most of the time in understanding the data, this artificial intelligence would help them to understand the data better way, and they can spend their time in a different on a different work. And also if a sales rep has a list of leads organized, and they wanted to convert them, and that rep is going to spend his time connecting with customers top of the list, and they are making them to convert them into lead. But AI will take care of all these things on sales productivity perspective. Coming to customer service, in most of the companies, like like there will be someone who used to read these emails and route them to a right people. Say if there is some issue from a customer, there are some particular set of people who would read those emails, and later on, based on the type of issue they have, they would route that to a particular department. And every day company receives emails from different customers looking for support. So using this AI, those things will be resolved, and everything will be taken care by AI. Last is retail and commerce. And like if a customer has made a purchase from the store in the past, and AI can personalize the entire site to only show items the customer may be interested in. If they use the search box, AI can rearrange the search results so that the items most relevant to that customer show up first in the list. So these ways, AI will be part of business in one or the other way. And AI makes our lives easier with personalized recommendation, intelligent search results, and automation. Automation of all the tasks what we do on a daily basis. And AI is at an evolutionary tipping point with like convergence of data and with use of some algorithms. And AI is embedded in applications that we already use in our consumer lives, and it is also surfaced based on some various user interface as well. And as I was telling about some on a daily basis, we are using these products on AI. I think most of you are aware of Alexa and Siri, Google Assistant. These are some of the terms which most of us are aware of. And at least once in a lifetime, at least you might have communicated with any of these, like with an Amazon Alexa or a Google Assistant or an Apple Siri. Just to understand like how they react to your question. So that is nothing but smart assistants. So they are also built based on artificial intelligence, and it is a form of artificial intelligence, and they can perform and automate tasks for any individual or group. So when we talk about a smart assistant, they have like 5 features here, like voice input, natural language understanding, voice output, intelligent interpretation, and agency. Because of all these things, they would respond to our question. So what are these things? Like what is voice input? What is natural language understanding, and so on. Let's begin with voice input. So what it does, say for example, let's take Amazon Alexa. Say you're asking Amazon Alexa to play your favorite playlist. What the main full-time job is to for that particular Alexa is to take your voice input and give it as a voice output. Instead of giving it in a text format, it will actually speak out with words. And usually as a human being, we would actually love to speak with someone else who listens. Similarly here as well, the natural language understanding in whatever phrases, phrases are different. Each and every one of us would use a different phrases to ask for some one particular question. Each one of us use or convey our request in a different manner. So that is how natural language understanding is a part of this particular smart assistant, wherein it will understand your request in whatever ways you ask. Maybe in a family, a brother and sister, a brother can ask a question in a different way and a sister can ask a question in a different way. However, Alexa understands it and it gives the output. Most of the time, 90% of the time, it would be correct. Like the suggestions provided by Alexa or the Google Assistant, Apple Siri, everything would be exactly 90%, 90 to 95% of the time, it would match our request. And intelligent interpretation is what I told, like whatever you say, the phrases, whatever you tell, it will understand. And also based on your past behavior, whatever you done, it would give you some interpretations. Say for example, it is not related to Amazon Alexa, but in general, it is like say you have ordered some burgers on Sunday, on a particular Sunday, and after 1 week you forgot that burger what you ordered on Sunday and all those things, but the next Sunday automatically you will get an pop-up from the food delivery app or from a restaurant saying that, say you have ordered a burger last week, would you like to take some burger this week as well? Like that, you'll get some suggestions or recommendations popping up. So that is intelligent interpretation. And next is agency. We are always looking for something which is achieving more than expected. So that is where agency comes. A good example here is like using agencies, you can, it is like assistants used to schedule something for you. So say for example, you have a meeting scheduled and you discuss something and you have all those action items listed, whereas few of them you have already finished and few of them are unfinished. So those unfinished action items on meeting notes or that was sent to you post meeting, or what you have kept for yourself post meeting, for you, that will schedule some follow-up meetings that assistants will give you reminders. Say you have not completed this, you need to focus on those remaining action items and complete it at the earliest. Like that, it will give you some reminders. So that is on agency. So now let's move into our main topic, that is hero of today's topic and also hero of Salesforce AI, what I would say, Einstein. So Einstein, as a person we know, as a scientist we know, he is very smart. Similarly, the term Einstein, what is used here, is also with a due respect to Einstein himself, and it is like a smart CRM assistant. The name given to the smart CRM assistant in Salesforce is Einstein, and omnipresent and it is like an omnipresent intelligent assistant. So when we want to understand what is Einstein, we need to consider two main categories, that is Einstein out of the box applications and Einstein platform. So out of the box applications means like you need to AI is being embedded into applications we already use, which we just now discussed. And thus it is also inherently surfaced throughout the Salesforce UI. So Einstein's work in much the same way, just like the consumer apps. Einstein infuses AI into all of the Salesforce apps. Like you can see Einstein in Sales Cloud, you can see it in Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, and whatever cloud you name, there is either one or the other feature or one or the other product related to Einstein, part of that particular app. So that is how Einstein is playing a major role in Salesforce. And recently we do see Einstein GPT, which is very new to Salesforce. And there are so many use cases, applications around Einstein GPT, similar to Chat GPT. So it is like a built-in smart assistant, so that every business user in every role, function, and industry can be assisted right inside of the Salesforce product they are using. So it is not completely different from the platform. So it is not a different cloud. All of it is within one particular platform what you are using. So Einstein platform. So each business operates differently. We might have seen different types of businesses operating, or even we might have operated businesses and not like others. And my way of operating a business would be different, and the way you people operate it would be different. So similarly, businesses are operating differently, and the use of Salesforce in their business is also different. So the Einstein platform includes powerful tools that allow admins and developers to build a customized smart assistant for their business. So based on the requirement of that particular business, Salesforce would adapt to those requirement, and it would give you a proper solution. Even there are so many things in Salesforce where you can build in your own customized Einstein related products with the use of, there are so many products already in Salesforce, like Einstein bots, Einstein next best action, Einstein discovery are some of the already available products and platforms using which you can build your own new customized Einstein product like an AI. But it is completely into Salesforce. And today we'll be mostly talking about Marketing Cloud. And to understand what Einstein is and what it does in general in Salesforce, we need to understand like what are its like capabilities. So Einstein, first thing is discover, next is predict, next is the recommend, and last one is automate. First let's look into discover. So discover insights that bring new clarity about company's customers. So it will understand, let's assume something like we are onboarding a new account or a new client. At that time, what we do, we discover that particular account, what's happening in that account. Then predict outcomes so that user can make decisions with confidence. So based on the predictions provided by Einstein, you can make use of it. You can make use of those predictions for different types of use cases, and recommend the best actions to make the most out of every engagement. So in some of the cases, Einstein will also, Einstein features will also give you some recommendations. What should be taken next? Say you are having some low engagement, some of them like in your account, the low engagement rate is increasing. So you need to focus on that. So what should be done for that? All those things will be given in the form of some articles or something will be popped up, based on which you can gather insights on your current data, and you can like bring some good outcomes using those recommendations provided by Einstein. And automate routine tasks so users can focus on customer success. So something which I told about account executive, like if that person is handling more on data, if you give that work to artificial intelligence, that would take that role, and that person, account executive, can handle some other work which cannot be handled by a machine. So this would improve the business in one or the other way. And what makes Einstein different? So like data is a major role. Data is a major part in whatever business we think of, data plays a major role. So everything starts with data that is collected. So same here, even in Einstein, whatever prediction you get, everything is from the data that is already collected. So the data that you have been putting into a Salesforce since the first time you logged in will be the source for Einstein prediction. And Einstein also brings in other such data like email details, calendar details, social details, Internet of Things, and external details into the platform or into the system. Like this data becomes the fuel needed to train our AI models. And as artificial intelligence or like machine learning and also deep learning, everything is involved, we need to train the data based on which it would process the result. Next, when we are talking about data, I have a link added here, which would give us data generated per day. It is like a survey which has given the details of data that is collected on a daily basis in all over the world. According to that, the latest estimates is something like 3 to 8.77 million terabytes of data are created each day. So, so this is that particular website wherein we can see the details like how the data is generated, how many data are generated, all the data centers, data traffic, everything in place. So even though there is so much of increase in data day by day, Einstein is capable of handling all these data and also everything in real time. So that is how Einstein has been designed and it is working. So next is tailored predictions. Every business data in Salesforce is different. In fact, 80% of all records in Salesforce are custom objects. So Salesforce customer each have their unique data unique data conventions. Like custom objects are used for different purposes. And here there is a use of auto machine learning. That is like the machine learning concept that is in place and which is also automated, based on which we'll get all the predictions and everything. And also in it is also helpful in data cleansing, and it would also generate a automated model will be generated based on which you can predict anything that is required for you. And AutoMLs would do data cleansing, say something is not correct in the system. So if there is some duplicate entries or if some data is not imported correctly, at that time, this data cleansing takes place and it would detect these errors. And also it can automatically fix those errors on its own, or else it will, if it cannot be fixed on its own, then it would raise a flag saying that this data is wrong, so try to fix this. Like that, it would give some notifications as well. These things like how many days a customer is part of the account or last purchased item, all these things will be captured, and those data are used by AutoML, and that will be used for featured engineering, which automatically combs through your data and begins identifying the most significant features for buying the item. So as you feed the system more clean data, your data gets trained, and the more accurate and the identification the features will be. And the last thing is everything is served within Salesforce platform. So you are not going to depend on any third party product, and everything, whatever artificial intelligence things you need will be available within the Salesforce platform, which you have already purchased or for which you have already have a license. So that is all about why Einstein is different. And not in all the cases there is a need for purchasing any Einstein product. because everything are included in the product what you already purchased. Yes, in some cases there is some purchase needed to include any of the features that is not already available. So now let's move into Marketing Cloud Einstein. So Einstein to improve our marketing efforts. So here I'll be just reading out what we have. And Einstein for Marketing Cloud uses artificial intelligence, and which we just now saw. Same thing is applicable here as well. Marketing Cloud, but in a different way. It is useful to help us analyze, automate, and optimize the marketing activities and content. A valuable insights and data on audiences, send time, engagement, and copy to improve marketing communication efforts. Like these are all some of like you can take it as an capabilities of Einstein within Marketing Cloud. Use powerful Einstein features to understand customer engagement and behavior, so you can personalize every interaction. So to use engagement, as I told earlier, like there is some minimal historical data needed, so that the tool can analyze the data, and based on that it could provide the predictions. So here it is like minimum of 7 days of historical engagement history is needed, and whatever features as of now it is available. Sorry, someone is on unmuted, so can you please go on mute? Ashwin, can you go on mute?
वास मातीचा वास इकडे अगदीच बनणार आहे.
Ashwin, you're the host now. You can keep mute,
Okay,
or you can mute. Thank you.
Okay, so like 7 days of historical engagement history is needed to like analyze the data and make it useful for the purpose it is required. And when we are talking about Einstein in Marketing Cloud, one thing as an initial thing you need to when you're working on Einstein, you need to understand global models. Usually for all the features, there is a model generated, like a default model that will be generated. Similarly, there is one global model which will store all the data from all over the world. Customers who doesn't want only their details, like say in your Marketing Cloud account, there is some 10 million records, 1 million record available. 10 million would be a huge count, so I'll keep it as 1 million for now. So 1 million records available. Whereas you are very new to Marketing Cloud and you don't know how to go forward with Einstein. And as mentioned here, it should have 7 days of historical engagement, but still most of the feature available would need 90 days of historical data. That is the prerequisite. As we are very new and you don't know like how to proceed, at that time you can depend on global models. So global models is like similar to the account what you have. There is other member processing some other accounts, like say for example, I am an account holder and I'll be handling I am the owner of one of the particular brand, and I have a Marketing Cloud account, and I have nearly 2 million to 3 million subscribers in place or contacts available in my account. So when I opted into global model, all those predictions, whatever generated for my account, will be available in that global models. Not like the customer details, all those things will not be part of global model, and that is a very good part of Einstein. It follows all the ethics, and it follows all the basic security needs that should be in place, and all the privacy needs that should be in place, so that the data what we have in our account is not stealed and it is not used elsewhere. So it would just give take it only at that place wherever it is located and give you the prediction, and that's it. But when we consider global models, it is not giving the details of other account customers or the customers available in other accounts. But on a general, say if you are using some a birthday email with a subject line like happy birthday with first name as a personalization, at that time it would give you some insights like, see, if you use this subject line, these many open rate would occur, this many click rate would occur, based on the global data, because similar to the purpose what you are using, the other customers might have also use the same subject line, and because of their results you are getting this prediction. So hope that makes sense. So that is global model. So to use the model derived from global data across multiple marketing cloud customers, your enterprise account must opt in to contribute data to the global data pool. So that data pool will be having all the details from all the customers, whoever has opted into global data pool, and that will come under settings section, Einstein settings section, wherein you can go and opt in for global data. And next comes Einstein Features. So as today is the introductory session, so I'll be giving just a brief idea of all these features, like what it is and the functioning of that, and also how it is visible in the platform, all those things. Based on this, there will be some detailed session in upcoming sessions planned. So based on the each and every topic, there is some detailed explanation available as well. So stay tuned on that. Today it will be just an introductory to all these topics, what you see here. So these are all the features available in Marketing Cloud. And if at all any one of this is not available, you can just raise a support ticket and contact support. So they would initiate that for you, and that will be available in your platform. So like most of the accounts what we use are either like professional one, corporate one, or enterprise one. So most of them are available. Most of the features are available for all those editions. For basic version, I think most of them are like paid. So you need to pay some amount if you are using a basic edition of Marketing Cloud, so that these features will be available. So to begin with, I'll just start with the tool itself. So as soon as you log in, you will see the main page, and in that main page, if you come to your profile where you see setup, if you click on setup, you will land into this particular page what I am showing. So in this setup page, you can find quick find box. If at all you cannot find Einstein directly, it is available under platform tools. If you cannot find that directly under platform tools, you can just search it in quick find box. And under Einstein, you'll get all the options and settings available for Einstein. This is the place where you need to activate all those features, whatever I have mentioned here. And all these features are not activated by default. You need to, everything will be in off state. It is like a self-activation. You need to activate on your own and also based on your need. Like it is not mandatory to activate all of them. It is based on your need. If you want only one particular feature, you can activate it. Or if you want all of them, you can also activate all of them. There is no such mandatory thing. So here we discussed that global data. So here is the option to make it like you can opt in to global data. And there are different types of features also available for Einstein, like content tagging, time optimization, engagement scoring, copy insights, whatever we see here, all of them are also available here. And this is my testing account, so I don't have anything activated. So I've just kept it for this session so that we can activate it. And here it mentioned like it would take 72 hours, and it is not a best practice to activate this for your test accounts. Only in the live accounts you should activate it. That is the purpose they have kept this self-activation, because in some of the accounts the brand would be using something like one business unit for a live purpose and the other one for testing purpose. In that case, only the live business unit should have that Einstein features enabled, and whereas the testing should not have the Einstein features enabled. It is like a best practice, but just for the purpose of this session, I will use this activation, and we'll have this activate button for all the features available. And the prerequisite is 90 days of the engagement data. Like you should have created that particular business unit 90 days prior, and also it should have some engagement data in place. And the send time optimization, similar to send time optimization, all other features will also have this activate button. Once you click on activate, this particular section would vary based on the feature what you select. So if there is an insufficient data option, what should be done? This is only for send time optimization. So what would be the default? Would you like to send the emails at the default time, or send immediately? These are all some of the initial instruction that would provide. And also it is available for email and mobile push. You can activate both of them, or you can once you activate, if you have already mobile push available for the account, even that will be available. And as of now, that is not available for this account. So you're seeing that. And within 72 hours, the data will be updated. And in the dashboard, for us, this Einstein overview is the actual dashboard, which would store all the summary data available for each of these features that is available for us. All those summary data will be available in the overview tab. And first you need to go, actually this is how it should be. This is a app switcher bar, wherein you have this Einstein option. If you have this, you'll get all the features available in your particular account. And if you want to go to Einstein overview tab, this is how you need to navigate. And this Einstein overview tab will store all the features available in your account. And also, even though if you have not activated any of them, even that will be available. And if you have activated any of those, that will be also available, and that will show you all. This is like, as I told, this is as of now, none of the features are in active state. So that is why you're seeing everything empty. But if it is activated, you'll see the relevant data based on the feature. The relevant data, prediction data will be available with a bar graph, with the send counts, with the email counts. All those things will be available here. So as of now, we just added engagement scoring. And in that engagement scoring, we just got a pop-up saying that you can turn on. So if I turn on, it would start to activate, and within 72 hours, we'll get the details. And based on the amount of data that is available, it would take, and the maximum would be 72 hours. And a good feature here is, for each and everything, we'll get an info section available, which would make you understand, okay, why this particular feature is available. You'll get this iCard where you can understand what is the purpose of that particular feature, and based on your requirement, you can go ahead and activate that particular feature. And we also have this toggle section, which will give you some good idea on what Einstein is and how it would work, all those things. So like, what is the purpose of this Einstein in Marketing Cloud? Everything will be available in this section in the toggle bar, with all the relevant articles linked to it. So if you click on it, it will land to an article. It can be a help document or a PDF file, which is relevant to that topic which you click. So that is on Einstein overview. Next is Einstein engagement scoring. So I'll go on giving a brief description or brief explanation on each and every feature. First is like Einstein engagement scoring. This would predict customer engagement with email and mobile push messaging, and it uses customer data and machine learning to generate predictive models that assign scores for every contact's likelihood to engage with emails and interact with push notifications. So it would just give a score like what we discussed in the initial part. Same thing here. It would give you some random score or a prediction score based on the interaction a particular customer gave to one of the email or most of the emails sent to them, how they engage. Based on that, it would rank them, and they would give some like they are added into one or the other type of category. So when we speak about category, these are the categories like loyalist, window shoppers, selective subscribers, win back, or dormant. Everything is all the features what we saw in the previous slide is only used for prediction, and also that would predict all the engagement details and give you a better one, like a better insight into your data, and based on that you can like give some good good promotional emails, or a good say if what you are lacking, you will also get to know those details in the feature which you have enabled itself. It will also give you, say, if you increase more content blocks or more dynamic parts, you can engage more, the customers can engage more. Like that, it would give some suggestions as well. So based on that, you can build up your business. So here, this is in Einstein engagement scoring, we have this loyalist, window shopper, selective subscriber, win back, and dormant. Everything is based on engagement. So here, loyalist means subscriber with high open and click engagement. Window shoppers means subscriber with high open and low click engagement. Selective subscribers means subscriber with low open and high engagement, high click engagement. Win back means subscriber with low open and click engagement. So this is how subscribers will be differentiated, and they'll be added into different categories. And as soon as you activate Einstein engagement scoring, there is one automatic data extension created in the data extension root folder. That is Einstein MC predictive scores and Einstein MC mobile push scores if you are using mobile push. So predictive scores, it would like keep all these details like loyalist, window shoppers, selected subscribers. Each and every subscriber available in the account will be mapped to any of these category, and that will be available. And not only this feature, other features will also generate some of the data extension, like an automated data extension, and it is not a good practice to use it as a direct sendable data extension or a target audience for target data extension for any of the sends. Instead of that, you can filter out based on your requirements. Say you want to target only loyalist, you can filter out loyalist from MC predictive score data extension, and based on that, you can target your emails. And like that, you can make use of Einstein engagement scoring. And when we think of this use case would be like I'll be giving some use cases here and there for each and every features as well. So when we think of Einstein engagement scoring, when you want to understand some like in your subscriber base, how many of them would open your emails and how many of them are like will not open your emails. And if you want to concentrate on the customers who is showing less engagement, In that case, this Einstein engagement scoring would be handy, so that you can make use of it and you can capture those details, whoever is showing low engagement, and you can like attract them to increase their opens and clicks. And this is the dashboard for Einstein engagement scoring. This will be our first section, predicted email engagement, which will capture all this loyalist, how many subscribers are. So how many of them are loyalists, how many of them are selective subscribers, all these things will be available. And this is based on the entire data available in your account. And subscriber retention prediction, like how many of them will stay subscribed for another 7 days. That data will be available here. And email open prediction, like how many of them will open the open your email in next 7 days. So everything is in like a prediction based on the historic data that was already captured and that is in place. So email click prediction, within next 7 days, there is like what is the click rate that would be generated, and web conversion prediction, like what would be the conversion rate in the next 7 days. So everything will be set like within next 7 days, what would be the data. So that is on Einstein engagement scoring. Like as I mentioned, the detailed configuration and everything will be explained in the further sessions. So here I'll be just giving some introduction to each and every feature. Einstein messaging insights is our next topic. It is just like showing you notification or alerts when there is when something happens. Something I would not say it is a wrong thing happening. It can be some positive or negative thing happening in the performance of some of the marketing campaigns. So we usually give it a name like anomalies. Anomalies is something that happens that is not like say you think you would achieve some let me take example of a student. If a student thinks you would achieve some 95 marks in the exam, but he did not achieve that expected marks, that is 95 marks he did not achieve. Maybe he might have achieved 100 marks or he might have achieved 90 marks, which is not the expectation what was there. So at that time, there would be a notification saying that, and that is anomaly. There is a change in the expectation. So that is what this Einstein message insights would do. It would just alert you when there is some changes. Say there is a open rate, and from past 1 week, the open rate for one particular journey or email send is some 2%, but suddenly there is a increase and it might show 5%. At that time, you'll get a notification saying that, see, in this journey, there is an high open rate. So based on that notification, you can go ahead and click on that notification, and directly that will redirect you to Einstein messaging insights. And from where you can just gather all the details, all the summary details, and also in-depth details related to those increase in open, like how many of them opened the email in particular day. All those things can be gathered. And yeah, that is also a use case for Einstein messaging insights. And I've also given this available, like in which all editions this particular feature is available. Apart from that, for basic, it is general for all of the features. For basic version, you need to add, it is like a paid version. And Einstein monitors open rate, click rate, and subscribe rate of both batch and journey email sends. So here it will work for batch sends as well. And if something looks particularly high or low compared to your historical data, a note or insight is generated. So what I mentioned, like if a student is getting 90 marks and or 100 marks, but the expectation was 95. So similarly, if it is high or low, you'll get a notification, you'll get an insight. And Einstein uses up to 90 days of performance data to create an average of expected performance. this average is used as an expected value for the variable that's measured. Here, the algorithm used here is logistic regression, which would give you these details, and also based on the calculations involved, it would generate the prediction. And Einstein evaluates each journey and each batch email send once a day. So it would evaluate your journey and email sends once a day, and based on that, you'll get the predictions. And if you have an anomaly that is specific to a message and had a high or low engagement, it would also give you a top contributing factors, and it would also give all the factors because of which the anomaly happened. Anomalies, like as I mentioned earlier, it is just a change that happened. So, and based on your requirement, you can go ahead with the top contributing factor because of which there was a change. You can rely on that and make adjustments for future communication. And this is the dashboard related to Einstein messaging insights. Like as I mentioned, you'll get a pop-up, and you can see that Einstein messaging insights next to your business unit name, there is one Einstein icon. So this is Einstein messaging insights. If you click on it, you'll get the notification related to that Einstein messaging insights. So here is a sample one. So here there are like nearly 5 to 6 different anomalies. It can be click rate, unsubscribe rate, open rate, based on which there are different notifications. And if you want to view all of them, you can click on view all insights. If you want to view one particular thing, you can just click on that, and a detailed page will be opened wherein you can gather all the details related to that particular anomaly. It will give you the details like what the journey, name of the journey, and the total send or a total deliverability for that particular day. And based on your anomaly, say if your anomaly was unsubscribed rate, it will show the unsubscribed rate value. And the next is activity name. In journeys, usually for each and every emails, say in a journey, if you have 10 emails, all that email activities, all the 10 email activities will have the details available here, saying the activity name and also the email name, how many members, like how many customers received that email, and unsubscribe rate, change, and influence. So change column is like percentage of change compared to day before. Like yesterday there was some 60%, and today if it is 70%, that is the change it would be showing. And like increase in that unsubscribe rate or a decrease in unsubscribe rate, that is the change. And influence represent the predicted impact of the anomaly on your journey or message. And if it is like 5 blue dots, then it is highly impacted. If it is a single blue dot, then it is a low impacted one. Next is send time optimization. So it would give you the best time to send an email. Say you're targeting the customers at 9 a.m. daily, but you don't know like whether all of them will open your email at 9 a.m. itself. So this Einstein send time optimization would do that task. So once you activate this Einstein send time optimization, and we'll get an Einstein split for this particular send time optimization available in the journey builder. And if you use that split in journey builder, based on that, it will be sent at the right time to right audience. Say you are a person who is opening your email at 11 a.m. daily, but you have received an email at 9 a.m. Maybe you are focused on new emails instead of old emails, because all of them may be either a promotional email or maybe some something related to the new products, new launch, all those things. which may be not interest at that moment. But when you target the person at the right time, when they are available, when they are online, then that would be the best time for them to open your email and like increase your engagement as well. So that is what Einstein send engagement, send time optimization would do. And it would gather approximately 20 factors to analyze this. And it also uses machine learning to analyze all these factors and predict the future engagement. And this is for only commercial sends and not for transactional send. And here it needs 90 days of engagement data, and you can send a message to a contact within 24-hour period. Say you are sending out an email today, within 24 hours, you can set a time frame in that journey activity which I told. In that, if you mention 24-hour period, then within the 24-hour period, the best time suited for that particular customer or subscriber, the email will be sent to that customer. And Einstein evaluates each journey and each batch email sent once a day. So this will be evaluated once a day again. When Einstein doesn't have enough data to create a model for contact, a generalized model, so it will rely on the generalized model. So when a person doesn't have any particular details, historic details, say that person is a new customer to your account and don't have any past data, at that time, based on the general data or a general time what you set, like we saw that when configuring it in the Einstein setup, it will ask you whether you want to send the email with a default Einstein default time or send immediately. If you choose send immediately, email will be sent immediately as soon as you activate it, maybe at 9 a.m. If you choose it like Einstein's default time, at the time it would rely on generalized model. And this is the dashboard. Again, similar to what we saw for other features, here also we have all the details related to it, how many of them were part of this, how many engagement rate, all these things. And also how many of them got assigned to that send time, or how many of them are not at all assigned. All those details are also available. And when is the best time to target to your customers, all those things are also available. And if you want to have enterprise account details, you can check with this drop down at the top, wherein you can select for either an enterprise account or for one particular business unit. Everything is similar in mobile push as well. The only changes, you need to choose the mobile app for which you want these details. And like instead of this business unit, you need to choose that mobile app. So next is Einstein engagement frequency. So like in a real world example, say you are having having a friend, and if you are contacting them within 1 hour, if you are contacting them nearly 10 to 15 times, like how frustrated that your friend would become. Similarly, if the same friend or a different friend, if you haven't contacted them for a very long time, how would they feel? So that is what here Einstein engagement frequency is. See, in a business world, each and every customer would expect brand to have a similar relationship with them, wherein if a brand targets that customer with many emails, like 10 to 15 emails a day, that person would be frustrated and he would automatically unsubscribe from that brand. Like similarly, if that brand did not contact at all, maybe for 2 months, 3 months, if that brand did not send any email, then that particular customer will completely forget that brand. So to avoid these types of situation, Einstein engagement frequency will evaluate the contacts and subscribers and identify the optimal number of email messages that you need to send. Based on that, we have 3 categories, like saturated, on target, and undersaturated. Saturated means who is having already they are already saturated. They are receiving more emails on a daily basis, which they are not interested. Undersaturated means like the other way around, they are not getting minimal email which is required, which they need. That is not received. At that time, they fall into undersaturated. On target means okay, they are satisfied with the number of emails they are receiving. And this model makes calculation using last 28 days of email engagement and behavioral data. So here it not only consider email engagement, behavioral data is also considered. And once you activate this feature, same like other features, 72 hours you need to wait until that is available. And also here also we have an activity in Journey Builder which can be added to segment them, like saturated. If you want to send only one email to saturated, then you can add only one email activity in that path. And if you want to send on target with again one email, and for unsaturated, if you want to send 3 emails, you can add 3 email activities in that undersaturated path. So when here also, like when it doesn't have enough data, it will rely on generalized model. And this is the dashboard available for Einstein engagement frequency. Similar to what we discussed earlier, like send time optimization, here also it will capture all the relevant details. And these are the bars which shows like how many of them are saturated, how many of them are on target and undersaturated, everything. Based on that, you can target to that set of subscribers and based on your business need. And this is similar to the mobile app, mobile push as well, wherein you need to choose the mobile app and how many of them are opted out of the app. There is one more option, like how many of them opted out of the app, something like a filter. Based on that, you'll get an predictions available for mobile push. Next is Einstein Copy Insights, and this is completely focused on subject lines. As we all know how much important subject line is, based on which email marketing works, and only subject line can drive customer engagement. So if there is some attractive subject line, only then customer would be attracted and they would open the email. So to make your subject line very attractive and which would also give you a good open rate and click rate, that is where you need to make use of Einstein Copy Insights. And it would also help you to analyze the sentiments of the emojis. Nowadays, there are emojis coming in all the subject line, in most of the subject line, and that would also attract more customers. So using that, you can analyze which is a good performing subject line, and based on that, you can pick one and use it for your future sends. And by default, the subject line testing will not be available. Like testing subject line is not available. Only after sending to customers based on the prediction, you can use that for future sends. But if at all you want to test the subject line, then you need to opt in for global models. Only those customers who have opted into global models will have the feature to test the subject lines. And this will take 90 days of rolling email engagement details to give you those predictions. And it is updated every one time each week. And it is based on email engagement rates. And as of now, it is only for English subject line and not for any other language. And this is the dashboard, and this is not a complete single picture. I have like combined three set of sections together. First is subject line analytics. It will give you unique subject lines. There are totally 453 unique subject lines. And if it is like, it is having something like 3 underscores, it is the common words that you are using. Say today you have sent something like happy birthday with a first name, and the next day you're sending something like happy birthday with some here is your gift. So it is repeated maybe for 5 to 6 times. At that time, it would be collectively combined together, and that will be captured as 3 underscores in the subject line. And it will also give you language factor insights, like how good your language is, what that needs to be improved. All those things will be analyzed, and based on that, you'll get some impact level here. And emotional tone insights, like if you are using an emoji, or even though if you're using just a sentence, in that what is your emotional phrase, what you have used, what is the sentence that you have used, how that would be communicated with the customer. All those things will be described in a grammatical fashion, graphical fashion, and based on that you can choose the best suited phrase for your email subject line. And top performing phrases can also is also listed here. Based on that, you can pick one, and most frequently used phrases will also be shown here. Based on that, again, you can pick one high performing one and use it. Next is Einstein content selection. It is like a no-code open time experimentation tool for personalized content. It is at open time. It continues to evaluate for winning content while also experimenting to ensure that click-through rates are optimized. And this is mostly for images. So when you're sending out some when you're sending out some image-based emails, and if you want to attract more customers with your some nice images, some nice colorful images, or some nice attractive images, this would come into help. This feature can significantly improve performance of your communication activities by ensuring that each visitor or subscriber receives personalized, relevant content that is most likely to drive engagement and conversion. So this is at the time of send, they would receive the actual image what is needed. So it is not like a static one. They would receive a dynamic email like upon their profile and their interest. It would be generated. And say for example, if you wanted to focus on customers who is interested in some hoodies, and if you are sending out that, then you can include that hoodie images. And also if you want to suppress those customers who is not who should be not part of that particular send, and if you want to suppress that image, even that is also possible. Like it is a very vast feature, very vast topic, and that will be covered in the next session, like what is Einstein content selection, and what are all those features. Everything will be covered in next session. So these are all the basic common terms that is used, and also in the dashboard, like asset classes, asset attributes, profile attributes, consumer profile, and custom content selection rules. And here the configuration is also not a simple one. It involves multi-step configuration based on which the prediction is generated. Next is content testing. It is like the next step of content selection. Here also, based on the rules what we set in the previous content selection, it would be generated, the content will be generated, and it is like a testing. As the name itself says, it is either a manual testing or an automated testing. So if you want to opt for manual testing, you can just choose manual testing, or if you want to go for automated testing, you can go for automated testing. There are totally, you can make use of 32 images for comparison. Like based on that comparison, it would generate the best performing image for you, so that you can use it for your email. And the best practice is to use minimum number of images to learn what is needed from that test, not to include all 32 images or 30 images. And this is how it would be. It will give you only a minimal set of details, like not a very big dashboard here. This is like how you need to configure. You need to create this, click on new test to Upon clicking on new test, this one will be popped up. Here we have basics, images, options, and review, wherein you will be uploading some set of images for testing purpose. And you'll be including this particular test in your content block, and you will be sending that email. And upon that, after sending, you can analyze the results generated from that content block. Say how many images are in that particular test, how many of them were selected, and how many of them were clicked, CTO, and this would increase this CTO, that is click-through rate, and also content unique clicks, content selections. All these things will be part of the result for this content testing. Next is content tagging. It is a very simple one, where we need to use this automated image tagging, it is used to identify and organize the assets. And if you have already uploaded most of the images, and only now if you are activating this Einstein tagging, then all the previous available images, JPEG, JPG, and PNG images with a file size less than 10 MB will be automatically tagged, and it will have like maximum tag of 25 per image. And you can also reduce it, or if like Einstein would add that, and you can also give some customized tags. It is better to give some prefix for that customized tag, so that you can differentiate Einstein generated automated tagging from your customized tagging. And as soon as you upload any new image, it would take 24 hours to add the tagging for that new image. And here it is using Google Vision to it is like an API that would generate or that would work in the backend to generate this tags. Say these two are examples. Like when you upload an image, you might have seen this tag section in the image upload. Once you upload the image, based on that, once you activate this feature, Einstein would automatically generate you with some of the relevant tags. So here it is Golden Gate Bridge. So it is showing Golden Gate Bridge, gray or something like that, which is relevant to that image. And it will be like up to 25 tags will be added. Last is Einstein recommendation, like both email and web I have combined here. But the purpose of it is both of them is same, and it is also it will also work interrelated. It will also give you the results in a combined factor, and you'll be using both of them together when you are configuring abandoned cart using behavioral triggers. That is one of the use case for Einstein recommendation. If you are configuring abandoned cart, at that time you need to activate Einstein recommendation, and there is one a tracking code. We call it as collect tracking code. That will be a JS snippet, that is JavaScript snippet, that will be available, and nothing to code here. Again, that will be already created by someone from Einstein team. So we just need to grab that code and make the changes wherever they have mentioned. There is a detailed documentation for that. So in that documentation, whatever is mentioned, you can just grab those details for your need, for your website, whatever is needed, and make those changes so that it is available for your website. And that will be connected to Marketing Cloud, and from Marketing Cloud email, within your email studio, you can add those content blocks with behavioral triggers. There is a block with name behavioral triggers. You can use that. So the purpose of that is it would generate you like recommendation. Like earlier in the session, we discussed about recommendation, wherein it would give you some recommendations upon your previous purchase, or if you have browsed on some of the product, based on that, it would give you some suggestions and recommendations. That is how it would work. And I've given the details here. It is working based on the page view, category view, search items, cart activity, all these things, and this will run in real time. And here everything, like most of things are like drag and drop, and you just need to add those snippets to connect everything together. And you can use this recommendations in your email and while sending out based on the subscriber preferences, they would get that particular product, and that should be available in the catalog. And you need to upload the catalog. Either you can upload your product catalog like a manual fashion, or you can create it like an automation, and you can upload it where, like a file drop automation, so that it would automatically initiate. And there is some catalog the automation would run, and as soon as it sees a file in the FTP or in the location which you have mentioned, the recommendation, Einstein recommendation, would automatically initiate, and based on that, you will get to see all the relevant products. And also it will also generate errors if there are some changes. Say the catalog have some errors, say the name of the product, or some price is missing, or some mandatory field is missing. At that time, you will get an error as well. You need to fix it. Otherwise, your behavioral trigger or the recommendation would not work as expected. So that was all the major things, and this is just for reading purpose. So what are all the data used for each and every feature? That is what is available, and you can just go through these things. So for all these things, all the data used for each and every feature is listed down, like opens, clicks, unsubscribe, bounce, all those things. So any doubts? Is this score? Okay. Dheeraj has a question like, do I need to raise a Salesforce support to enable those options? I don't know like what options you are asking. So if it was the features, what we discussed, only if you don't see that even in the setup, and also in the drop down which I showed, that is under Einstein, it is okay to raise a ticket to Salesforce, so they would enable based on your license. So we did see that editions available for each and every feature. Only certain editions had that feature, and some of them were like add-ons, and some of them were like paid version. Say if you are using a basic one, basic edition of Marketing Cloud, then you need to activate it. There is a form, order form. You need to fill that order form, and only then you will get this feature activated. But if not, if you are already using a corporate edition, or a professional edition, or an enterprise edition, then automatically all these features will be in place by default, but you need to activate it. Activation is like self-activation, but not what to say, it is by default, it will be in off state. So you need to activate it. Hope I answered your question. If that was a different option, let me know. Okay. Next is like Lakshmi has asked a question like, is this scoring similar to Pardot lead scoring? Yeah. Even in Pardot, Einstein will be part of it, and it would help us to generate like a prediction score for leads. Yeah, similar to that. Here, the purpose is different. So the features what we have in Marketing Cloud, the purpose of Marketing Cloud features is different from Pardot, but like, yeah, similar to that. So any other questions? Yeah, we do have trailhead modules and trail. Yeah, there are like multiple trail mixes also available. Maybe while sharing this PPT, I'll be adding those trailhead modules along with this, so that would be helpful for you to go through.
Any other questions, team? No questions, I think. Thank you, Aishwarya. This is massive. Really the great content, in fact. You covered everything, Einstein. So it's really impressive. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Funi. I think one last question from Dheeraj. Any MC demo org I can register? So demo means a demo org, you cannot have this Einstein features. Again, here, like as I mentioned, in the testing environment, what I have, here you cannot see the actual data. As you can see in this screenshot, whatever I have added. It will show like some millions of records, millions of engagements, all those things. But that will be not available in your demo account. And demo, if you want to purchase a demo account, it is like there is a process. I don't know, like demo account, if you want the demo account only for Einstein, to learn Einstein, I would say it is better to go with only trailhead modules and understand what it is. And if you want to have it for to understand the entire Marketing Cloud from the scratch, I think you can go ahead. It is there is some licensing, and you need to purchase it, and you'll, based on your purchase, based on your license, and also the edition what you choose, this Einstein will be like by default available. You just need to activate. And like the prerequisite, it should have the 90 days of data, all those things. And if at all that is not needed, you can opt for global data, so that it will give you some details. But that is not a good practice, and I would not recommend that. For just to learn Einstein, don't purchase demo account. But if you have a real need to learn more things, to explore more on Marketing Cloud, yeah, you can go ahead and purchase.
Yep, that sounds good, Aishwarya. So thank you for joining, everyone. We have tomorrow's session on Einstein content. So that gives a lot of momentum on the use cases for the content, how Einstein will generate the content insights and copy insights and everything. So don't miss the chance. So I think tomorrow we can meet the same time. And once again, thank you, Aishwarya, for providing such a valuable insights. Aishwarya, you can stop the recording. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone, for joining. Happy Ramadan again. Thank you.